Good morning. Bruce Kittle here, Hidden Pearls Podcast. Hope everybody's well and had a great weekend. Joining you for another Mindful Monday. So, hope everybody's doing great. Let's do a little bit of breathing and we'll chat for a second. So, that's Emma's dog, Dane, if you can hear him kind of whining. He wanted to go for a walk, but it's pouring rain. So, we're just enjoying the rain, but he has his collar and is holding his leash. So, some unmet expectations on his part. It's tough. Anyway, if you would get comfortable and if you're in a safe spot, as you settle in, then simply, if you're comfortable with it, then close your eyes and we'll get a couple gongs in to center. And I'll give you just a little bit of silence here. So just on each gong, take a nice deep full breath and check in with your body, check in with your thoughts and your mind, and just see if you can release all those things and get settled in and let go of what you don't need. I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in, and I know I am here. I breathe in, I feel my breath, my body, my spirit. I breathe in, I feel the groundedness and connectedness to Mother Earth. I breathe in and feel my lungs, my heart, my body, and I am grateful. I breathe in, I breathe out. I breathe in all that I need for this day. I breathe out and release and let go all things that do not serve my purpose or my higher self. I breathe in hope, love, strength. I breathe out fear, doubt, and weakness. I breathe in and know I am alive, I am courageous, I am well. I breathe out and release all that does not serve. I breathe in, I breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Tightness, stiffness, parts of my body holding on. I breathe in love, hope, and joy. I breathe out love, hope, and joy. I breathe in, I breathe out. You can pull back to the sound of my voice when you're comfortable. Open your eyes, and I've got to let my dog out for just a second. Okay, come on. What are you doing? Get going. Sorry about that. All right. Hey, George and I did a podcast for this week together, And George was showing his tats, and he got a new Hobbes tat. I believe it's on his right palm, and he has a quote in there. And I wanted to come back to it because I thought it was fairly powerful. So there's an exchange between Calvin and Hobbes, and if you don't know who that is, I guess you got to look it up. It's a cartoon back from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I don't know, somewhere in there they stopped, by Bill Watterson. Anyway, Calvin says, "Isn't it strange, Hobbes, that evolution would give us a sense of humor? When you think about it, it's weird that we have a physiological response to absurdity. We laugh at nonsense. We like it. We think it's funny. Don't you think it's odd that we appreciate absurdity? Why would we develop that way? How does it benefit us?" So Hobbes, who is his imaginary alive tiger, stuffed tiger, but sometimes alive, and you can debate whether it's imaginary or not, but it's all good. And Hobbes turns to him and says, "I suppose, Calvin, that if we couldn't laugh at things that don't make sense, we couldn't react to a lot of life. I suppose if we couldn't laugh at things that don't make sense, we couldn't react to a lot of life." So I suggested in the podcast that that was kind of the mindful moment for the podcast. And indeed, and I just want to kind of encourage, and it's really about keeping a sense of humor. And this falls back to the notion of making a choice about how we want to show up. So certainly in each of our lives, we have things that don't make sense to us, things out of our control. And we know that about life, that control for a lot of us really is an illusion that we create to make ourselves feel better. But in reality, there's so much that is out of our control. But one thing that we can control is our attitude, our energy, our effort level, how we show up, how we treat other people, that kind of stuff. So this thing about laughing at things, so keeping that sense of humor. So this week, just encouragement to find the humor in that. And I think for me personally, most of it is kind of laughing at myself, not taking myself too seriously, and recognizing kind of who I am and what I can do. And we still have goals, we have aspirations and those kind of things, but at the same moment, kind of laughing at our ability to grab the wheel and steer the entire universe into the direction that we want, and kind of laughing at those situations in life that really turn back to us. And so just in the moment of laughter, not taking things too seriously and enjoying life, like actually having fun. So that's one thing that kind of COVID and so many of other things over the last couple of years have taken away from us. And so my hope for all of you is that you're able to have fun, that you can find some of the humor back in your life and the life of those around you, and that you can laugh together about some things that are going on. And again, not taking those too seriously. So here's to a week of, paying attention to how we show up. Maybe having a smile on our face, because just a smile, even walking down the street, in the way in which you greet somebody, can really change their day. So never underestimate the power of a smile, a kind heart, a word of kindness, and a little bit of support. So let's stay together in this. Let's work together. Let's unite. And again, making sure that nobody ever feels alone and that you have support, and that life is more to smile at and enjoy than it is to be taken too seriously. So all my love and peace and support, and we'll be thinking about you guys all this week. So take care and have a super great week.